What is going on, guys? My name is Treebiggers and welcome to a new video. Today we are looking at raids, and this is a pretty solid hard raid build that will get you lots of wins without a doubt. Now this one only requires you to have, I think, scavengers and nomads at level 5 or something like that, and you can even like do it your own way. You just need some narrow wings and you can exchange all of these parts with whatever you want, really. Like the narrow wings can be exchanged for pretty much any engineer parts. There's so many parts over here left over still, so this is a very low cost build. 8 medium wheels, a growl heavy cabin, and 4 vectors. An absolute minimum as to what you need. And you might be wondering why it's a tower, and the reason is that all bots will always target your growl heavy lift. Wow. They will always target your cabin, not your growl heavy lift cabin, but any cabin. So do go ahead and get yourselves a good cabin and some weapons, and then you are pretty much set to play hard raids. This is 5.2k, and you want to stay as low as possible because all enemies scale with power score. But I think we should just get into the raid and then talk in there. Alright, so we are in here, and already like, you want to first of all stay pretty close to your team and know the tactics. Knowing tactics is a freaking good idea. And now, how would you know tactics if you haven't really played before? Well, that is pretty simple. Get in there and try. That is the best option because no one has actually sat down and, let me just turn up my game sound here a tiny bit, and done a proper tutorial on each of the raids. If you guys want that, let me know in the comments and I will surely do one. That is not a problem for me in any way, so if you want that, let me know. But yeah, once in here, the first thing I want to talk about is disarming your enemy. Now the Lunatics has a ton of guns on their builds, so disarming them is pretty hard because they have 3 shotguns. But generally you always want to focus on disarming, and basically disarming is just taking off guns from the enemy, because as soon as you disarm the enemy, they won't be a threat to you, and that way you will not die. And like, disarming enemies is a very important thing to do. As you can see, I'm just tap firing towards their guns, and before we get that main shotgun off, before he is rendered pretty much useless, and that way we can focus on killing him afterwards. Because if you just focus on killing him, like, you will not really get much done, because he will shred you before you kill him. So you will die so... Oh shoot, there's a lot of enemies. You will die so easily. So, like, look at this. We're just tap firing at their shotguns, and there goes that shotgun off, and tap fire at the firebug as well, just to remove it quickly. There we go, and the firebug enemy is now useless as well, and there's another one, so let's get this firebug off as well. There we go. That is 2 useless enemies for you right there. They cannot hurt us in any way, and we can just like focus on killing them afterwards when they cannot hurt us back. So in my opinion, a must-do strategy. But in order to like strip weapons, you have to have the correct build, and people in here get it. Machine guns, in my opinion, is the only real thing to go in a raid like this. You always want to have machine guns. Like, there's no point in not having those, because they deal a ton of damage, and they deal consistent damage, and they deal precise damage. Bringing cannons and shotguns and stuff like that will just do you no good, because whenever you see an enemy, you will not be able to strip their weapons. And if you sit in front of an enemy like the Reaper enemy when playing nomads, scavengers, the Reaper guy, you want to just disarm him immediately, and if you can't do so, he's gonna shred you, because Reaper freaking hurts. So, like, stripping off weapons is just so... it's crucial. And you can only do that probably with machine guns. So bring a good build like this, which just has machine guns, and try to focus on the enemy. Like, look here, just going for that main machine, the shotgun up there, removing that one pretty much instantly. Now these guys die pretty well, because quite easily, because Like, our team is doing quite good. These guys are good, but you will not always play with people like that. So it will always be up to you to try to take down the enemy and take off their weapons and stuff like that. Don't ever expect your teammates to be able to do so, because they probably will not. And the best way of stripping off weapons with machine guns is by tap firing. And tap firing is the opposite of just holding down the button, because the spread, as you can see, gets bigger and bigger the longer I hold down my button. But on the other hand, if I just tap fire, as you can see, all of the shots are going in the exact same direction. So that is probably one of the second most important lessons that you guys should take with you from this video. That you always want to tap fire, and that is always also something that does not only stick to and kill the drones. Kill the drones, always kill the drones. They are so strong. But yeah, you wanna tap fire. Just look at the damage, and it's so freaking important. And you want to do it in both raids, and you want to do it in normal battles, because it just makes you a way better player if you tap fire. Like, look at the damage. It's just so consistent compared to if I just hold this one down and try to hit an enemy. We are doing damage, but we're definitely not doing a lot of damage, and we are not doing good damage, consistent damage. So do tap fire as long as you can. And there we go. That is this go, and you can see how smooth this stuff is going. And we sort of covered it in the beginning, but you can see that the tower build here is crucial, because I still got... Oh no. I still got all of my guns. This dude has one gun left, and it is sparkling, so it might fall off soon as well. And it's just essential to have your guns not close to the cabin, because all of the enemies target to the cabin. We haven't really been hit all that much throughout this match. So it is hard to show you guys where they aim, but if you have them close, and especially versus lunatics, you will lose them so freaking easily. Oh no, this build is going places. I think we just... Okay, we are back. But yeah, we were talking about tower builds and stuff like that. We still have all of our weapons, and we haven't been hit, and that, so tower builds are just essential. Now, closing up here and getting closer to our final goal, we get to a point in this map which is actually quite hard if you don't know what to do. All right, we got that set as well. Now we did lose one wheel, which is not good, and we want to be careful about that, because a lot of the enemies are just rushing you, and when they rush you, they often ram you, and that way you will lose some of your wheels and stuff like that. And one thing that is even more scary than just ramming enemies is melee builds, and you want to look out for those and focus on those. And the way that I find the easiest way to kill them is simply by shredding off their wheels. Like, even here in hard raids, they only run rare wheels, so they aren't all that hard to take down. And if you succeed at taking those down, the wheels, melee raiders, you literally only have to strip one or two wheels. If you take out one while they speed towards you, often they will bump into the ground and they will go flying places. So that is really an important thing to note as well. And I actually don't think we will make this. So hopefully you can see what I mean. That we will not make it. So reinforcements will come. And that also means melee builds. Now look at this guy. He is just rushing towards us. So if we try to strip a wheel, we do not, because he just died instantly. Like, the enemies are so weak right now. Look, this guy. That's two wheels down, so now he couldn't continue to hit us. And self-destructive people, just get them down. Just get those down. The raiders that like are rushing you and are just trying to self-destruct them. Oh wow, he actually hit us. Even though we have a big tower. Quite impressive indeed. Oh no, we cannot turn anymore, guys. Turn, goddammit. Good, we got this. We got this. Good. No. Why would you ram us? It's just, this is self-destruct. We have one because we have actually been going quite well. Even though he just soaked up all of our explosion damage. Yeah. hopefully he's gonna watch this video and see how things should be done. Well, anyways, we were talking about people coming to watch you in melee builds, and like I said, what am I doing? I gotta focus on what I'm doing here. I gotta focus on playing as well. But yeah, just take off the wheels. Promise me it works. And then another very, very important thing that I want to say is speak English. And I'm not trying to I'm not trying to call people out, but these guys trying to talk Russian. This game is a pretty great game after all, so there's no way that you can expect people to talk your native language. And it's a real struggle that a lot of people in here are talking Russian. And hopefully that things will change in the future. But yeah, communication is key in general when you are playing raids. So stick with your team and do, like, if someone suggests a tactic, go with it rather than not going with it. Because you can be 100% sure that the dude that suggested the tactic will go through with it. So if you guys do not, then you're just lacking one dude. And that is not really what you want. Let's get these guys down. Degun them. Oh, we got a cricket dude. Let's see if we can take off this cricket before he does anything nasty to us. Oh, get out of here, mate. Get out of here, good. And get his guns as well. Like, look, our mate here is not really degunning it, and that is a big issue. I think this will actually be up to us. There we go, let's sit down. I want to get that cricket off. I think we got it. Yep, we did. Now we just got the boss left, and he's on a slope, so that's pretty good. And that will probably be the final lesson of this video. Exploit whatever you can exploit when it comes to raiding. Just as, look at this. This dude is just sitting on a slope and he cannot move towards me. He will once I strip his weapons, but for now he will just sit there. But he cannot target me because he's on a slope. So I can just sit here and burst fire on him all day and he will never move towards me. And there is a ton of these bugs that you can exploit when it comes to the NPCs acting a bit strangely in different situations. Oh no. He's coming towards me now because I took off all of his long range weapons, I think. Good, that is the boss down, and then just the final dude here. There we go. Yep, that is the final lesson of this video. Just use whatever environment you can to your advantage. And if you're doing chase raids, go get yourself a Tusk cabin. We have covered that cabin in an earlier video. Like, get one and exploit the fact that you can finish chase raids in 30 seconds. And if you don't have a Tusk cabin, if you can't afford it, get a build like this. Do take advantage of the fact that they will never hit your vexes when they're sitting all the way up there. And then just armor your build in a way that will exploit the fact that they will only target your cabin. This build has a free cabin, exposed cabin, which is not really good, but still we got two bombers here. We got a train plow and we got a bomber, and those take reduced damage, so they will soak up a ton of damage still. If you want to try out this build, my good friend Untaken has made this, and it's on the exhibition. It's just called Hard Raid Disarm, and it's a pretty solid build, so do go ahead and download it if you want to try it. It's a really, really good build. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to tell you guys about the raiding and stuff that you can do if you want to improve and you are struggling, because there is so much that you can learn, and there is so much that you should learn, and you should take your time to learn how to raid, because you're spending your own fuel and you're spending your teammates' fuel and you're wasting time and you're wasting everybody's time if you just want to go in there and do it and literally do not know what the crap you're doing. I think that's the lesson to be learned here. As always, guys, thank you so much for all of the support that you have shown. The channel is still just growing so much, which is all thanks to you guys. So I really appreciate it, and do indeed keep it coming. Until next time, have an awesome day. Bye.